Mia Koval, a photography student in Austin, stepped into her backyard at 7:03 a.m. and found her elderly wooden fence sprawled on the grass like a tired rodeo cowboy. A midnight windstorm, helped, apparently, by a stubborn armadillo, had knocked 3 full panels flat, outperforming any chainsaw on YouTube. While the espresso machine still yawned, Mia opened the Handyhank app, tapped SOS, fence, and 10 minutes later someone rapped on the gate. Enter Jack Lewandowski, Longhorns cap, ragged toolbox squeaking in one hand, t-shirt that read, "I fix wood and destiny." "Are you Jack?" "Nope, call me the Batman of boards," he winked. Jack thumped a remaining slat, then delivered his verdict. "Structural trauma and a blow to the timber's self-esteem. We'll rescue both." Next-door retiree Mrs. Ferguson, walking her dachshund Pepsi, immediately labeled Jack the cutest carpenter in Travis County. Jack recommended cedar posts, they'll outlast a Spotify playlist stuck on repeat. Promised to return after lunch, once the cafe round the corner starts blasting indie rock, and pedaled off on a bicycle that squeaked in the same key as his toolbox. Mia grinned, so begin stories where nails and playlists share top billing. In Jack's shop, circular saws already whirred, and a robot vacuum named Frank chased sawdust, setting the stage for the Great Texas Repair. By noon the Austin heat settled in like a gigantic grill lid. Jack rolled back in a pickup loaded with cedar posts and a cooler of sweet tea. "These boots work for both the rodeo and Home Depot," he joked, spotting Mia's own cowboy pair. An auger growled like a stand-up bass while cicadas supplied the hi-hat. Mia brought lemonade, Jack queued up jazz, and over a sax solo, neighbor kid Tommy the skateboarder peeked over the ruins. "Jump the busted panel and you get a like and free lemonade," Mia teased. Tommy launched, clipped a flower bed, and landed in a cloud of cedar shavings precisely on the sax's high wail. By dusk the cedar posts stood straight as parade soldiers, their oiled scent whispering Christmas memories. Mia painted her mailbox, accidentally brushing blue across her nose. Officially the first paint casualty, Jack laughed, wiping the streak away. The sun slipped west, Tommy thanked them for cinematic sawdust, Pepsi strutted, and a fresh frame held firm. "Tomorrow." "Boards," Jack declared. "Do fences actually sing?" Mia asked. "Everything sings if you nail it right," he winked, and stars blinked on, ready for the next chord. "Morning," Jack announced, "need longer screws." Mia smelled a photo essay called American Saturday and tagged along. Home Depot greeted them with pine pitch and free coffee, the orange aisles stretched like canyons. Jack grabbed hardware with the zeal of a game show contestant while Mia captured shots of beware of wife signs and cactus-shaped light bulbs. Veteran associate Phil admired her embroidered blouse, rewarded her with a flag sticker, and screws were nearly forgotten. At checkout, a family from Arkansas bought a flamingo as tall as a pickup. Their daughter asked, "Are you from Hollywood?" "Not yet," Mia smiled, snapping a portrait. Then Jack's box of screws exploded in a shower of metallic confetti. "DIY glitter challenge," he whooped. The same girl won, picked country music for the drive, and they hit Buc E's for coffee and burritos whose chilly heat, friend-tested, their bond. Back home, Pepsi posed in cardboard antennae, Tommy streamed stories, and Jack drove screws home to roaring rock and roll. The final screw bit would exactly as the first raindrop kissed a board. Thunder clapped like an audience, Cedar breathed freedom, and Mia framed the magazine shot in her head, Cedar under a storm's ovation. At dawn Jack carved a knee-high secret door for the armadillo, camouflaging its handle with rosemary. Right then the HOA's electric car purred up. "Color code violation," barked President Gretchen, spotting a crimson stencil of longhorn horns. "Sunset red is still nature," Mia countered. Gretchen eyed the joint, but Pepsi, in a rocket hat, derailed her focus. The committee granted 1 hour to correct. "Time to create," Jack grinned. In 40 minutes a mural bloomed, guitars, cacti, and a flying armadillo over Route 66, lit by Tommy's projector. When the HOA returned with scanners, half the neighborhood already milled around. Phil in his embroidered shirt, the Flamingo family, mail carrier Renee, everyone snapping selfies under #FenceFest. Community art, muttered Inspector Barnes, flipping bylaws. Removing the mural required a block vote. A color meter beeped, sunset clay equals permitted. Music flared, lemonade flowed, string lights ignited an impromptu festival. The armadillo dashed through its tiny gate, ran a victory lap, and vanished into cactus shadows to wild applause. "We fixed more than a fence, we fixed the neighborhood's mood," Jack whispered. Mia fired the final shot, friends, mural, golden light, and the little doorway of freedom. Thus, on Austin's map, Fence Park was born, a spot where art and armadillos have an official entrance.